here on ESPN Saturday night at the first event of the 2008 Major League Gaming Pro Circuit. And we're going to go to the stage now. Right now we have Mobb Deep taking on Final Boss. And here to call the action, my friends Sundance, D. Giovanni, and Chris Bucket. Guys, take it away.
All right, Aaron, thank you very much. Well, we got a great matchup coming up. It's Mobb Deep taking on Final Boss. We're going to start off in a best-of-5 series here. They're going to be playing in 5 game types here. We're going to kick it off with MLG CTF on Onslaught.
This is going to be interesting. Now, if Mobb Deep can get off to a good start, that's going to help them with their confidence. That's going to make them feel like they can hang with Final Boss. But if they wind up down too much to Final Boss, it could take them out of the entire series. They really need to keep it close.
I'm sorry, that's correction real quick. That is going to be on the pit right now, and it looks like this is going to be playing towards Final Boss. All right, well, we're going to kick off this game with team captain of Final Boss, Walshy.
And guys, we should mention here that this is actually the winner's bracket, final round 2, so there's some high stakes here. A spot in the championship match on the line tomorrow, so this should be some high tension here.
Absolutely, Aaron. And Final Boss, not looking so nervous, but on the other side of the stage, I'm looking down at Mobb Deep. They seem to be a little bit frazzled here. They need to just talk to each other. They have Coach Fever right behind him. He's been a good guy, been with us since 2004 at the very beginning of the Halo 1 tournaments. So he's been around the league. He knows how to handle the pressure. So he's got to calm his young guys down, get their heads into the game, because they have the talent to knock off Final Boss if they can get on top of their game and elevate themselves to the next level.
Absolutely, Puckett. You cannot underestimate the jitters here. I mean, you've got 1,000 eyes staring at you. Matches up and running against Final Boss, last year's champs.
All right, well, we're kicking it off with team captain Walshy right now. He's moving down for the overshield. He picks up the kill on Clutch, but he's taken down by Homicide, so the overshield is still up. We're switching over, though, to H. This is Capture the Flag Pit once again. All my monitors are wrong. And right now, Walshy moving through the sword.
All right, guys.
They're trying to push in heavy on the far side, moving towards the snipe side. Walshy picking up a double, going for the triple, but he's taken down. So we have Ogre 2 with the overshield sitting on top of the Mobb Deep base. He's taking heavy damage, though, and he's taken down as Walshy and Final Boss were going for the first flag. They're taken down. But it looks all right, though, as Ogre 1 actually picks up the double kill with the rockets. He's got the flag, and he's going to be trying to bring it out towards the Needler side, but he is going to be struggling against several players. You see Ogre 1 here now on your main screen, trying to move in with his flag, but he is taken down by the spawners over on that Needler side. Meanwhile, on the Mobb Deep side of the map, we have HS Light King just picked up a double kill. Now he has control of the sniper rifle, the power weapon that does the most damage on this map, Sundance.
Absolutely. If he can put this sniper rifle to good use, he can keep Final Boss at bay, allow his teammates to move in. But again, you got to stay alive. You got to hold it. We see him going down there. Walshy playing clutch, going in for the flag.
Guys, it seems like when you get the sniper rifle, it's almost as important to get in the right position as to get the weapon itself.
Absolutely, Aaron. If you've got that sniper rifle and you're not in a position to put shots on people across the map, you're at a huge disadvantage. Power weapon in certain situations. It's not an up-close weapon, as you know. So,
all right, well, as we were talking with the sniper rifle, Strongside had one of them of his own for Final Boss. You just saw Walshy out-BR a player with no shields, and he's going to continue to cap. So this is the first of 3 flag captures needed to win this game. There's a little smirk on Walshy's face.
Captain Clutch coming through right there. You look over Mobb Deep. They're looking a little shaky.
All right, well, we're going back on with Captain Clutch here. Walshy, as he picks up the brand new overshield, he picked it up at 27.41. Now in MLG game types, the overshield will come back every 2 minutes from the second you pick it up. So make sure, or keep your eye out for Final Boss to be setting up at 25.44, the brand new overshield. Walshy using that extra shield to get into his enemy's base. He's got the flag going out, and we're going to watch as Strongside is just pulverizing the Mobb Deep team on their respawn. Strongside, look at the lean in the bottom left corner of your screen.
He looks like he's at home playing on his couch right now, and I think that kind of sums it up right now. Final Boss seemingly doing whatever they want. Walshy goes down, but still they're in a position here where they can really capitalize on that flag being out. They've got Mob Deep on respawn. Strong side moving in for the flag.
And it looks like 2 members from Final Boss are there to put it in. We're switching over to Ogre 2 to watch him put in his flag cap. Stumbling a little bit with the flag, but, it's early in the match. We're going to expect that in this rough start here.
Guys, when Final Boss has captured the flag, it looks like they've been unopposed for the last few steps there getting the flag. They're running in unopposed. They deal with the opposition well before they get to their base.
Final Boss is notorious for their setups. What they will do is they will wait sometimes until they are almost too set up. They will team kill once, maybe twice before executing. And so what they'll do is they'll find themselves in an advantage where literally the entire team is completely on respawn. When you're as skilled as Final Boss is across the board, you can do things like that.
All right, now one thing to note here, Sundance, is Final Boss has capped twice in under 4 minutes.
Now, that is actually incredibly impressive at this level of play. I think maybe what we're seeing is Mob Deep nerves kicking in and really taking control here, because that's unlike a team that we just saw really roll in the last round.
Well, speaking of Mob Deep, they just came off a 3-1 victory in round 1, but in the clutch seems to be the player right now trying to step it up for his team. He just picked up a double kill, now chasing down a 3rd member from Final Boss. And after that play, it allowed Mob Deep to get to the Final Boss side of the map for the first time in this game.
Now remember, any victory here, pulling the flag is a small victory, moving the flag is a small victory. They need momentum. They need to feel like they're in this game.
Well, in the clutch, doing a great job, takes down Walshy, continuing to move the flag. If he can get it to that long haul, they have a chance at capping, but he's going to be stopped short by Strongside, who has just been phenomenal for Final Boss so far. Out of the 8 players, I'd say he's been playing the strongest.
Strongside is a beast. We know that. We've seen it. His skill level is just off the charts, and his determination. Again, look at him. He's leaning back. He's playing the game like he owns it, and that is really what you want in this situation. Is you want to feel more than comfortable. You want to feel like we're going to win. I'm just going to play my game. And another double kill right there.
Yeah, check out Strongside. And Sundance, what's really fun is to listen in with Strongside. So we're going to take a minute, just sit back, and we'll let you watch the action as it unfolds from Strongside's screen. And meanwhile, Ogre 2 has been running the flag. Strongside just slaying in the base. He's finally taken down. We're hopping over to Homicide, the last member alive. Actually, now he's got teammates supporting around him on the respawn. But Homicide coming up clutch there. That is the 13-year-old player we were talking about here in your bottom left. It's his first tournament that I've been seeing him do really well. I think his first time into the championship bracket. And he's going up against some of the most notorious players in all of Halo history.
No, and you know what? This kid, I guarantee you, he came up as a fan of the Ogres. Right now, he's probably playing against some guys he's idolized. But that's what this is all about. He came out here with a good team, with a good coach, and anybody has a shot. And he's proved it with his gameplay. And look at him right now. He looks like he's getting a little bit more comfortable. This first game for them is all about staying in it, feeling like they have a chance to win.
All right, well, we're now going over to Ogre 2, who's got a sniper rifle here for Final Boss. Ogre 2, last season's MVP, one of the smartest players in the game, one of the most talented, and he never seems to make the wrong decision.
He's just nasty, Bucket. He was last year's MVP by far and wide. We had so many great players in the running for that, and he won it because he was just head and shoulders amongst the best in the league. I mean, it wasn't even close. This guy is the kind of a player that you look at and you're like, he can change not just a game, but a series, an entire series. If he gets hot, the other team better run.
Well, you see Ogre 2 is moving in to set up on top of the enemy's base, top of the snipe tower. Meanwhile, Mob Deep just trying to get out of the spawn trap that Final Boss has created. All 4 members of Final Boss are alive, and Ogre 1 had the flag all the way out. He was finally stopped by a grenade. That is Ogre 2, the player we are talking about. We are hopping back on board, though, with Walshy, who has the final flag running through the narrow hall. This is going to be the final cap. This is game over.
Look at this. Walshy with overshield gets the 3rd cap. Wow. Now, Captain Clutch. We're going to talk about this just for a second here. He had grabbed the overshield, was patient, had the flag, and even if they were going to shoot at him, he was going to walk it in backwards.
They begin the game how they end the game how they started. Walshy just waltzing in unopposed.
That's right. So Final Boss is going to move up 1-0 in this best of 5. Up next, we'll be moving on to Team Slayer.